This is one of the best Terraria mod classes, the Bombus Apis mod, which adds in a B class that has tons of unique weapons and a bunch of cool armor sets. Let's check it out. We are here with debatably the best Terraria custom mod class ever, aka the Bombus Apis mod, which pretty much is just like a whole bee class. So anybody that loves bees, I got the perfect mod for y'all. As we can see, lots of armor sets. It's a custom class. Of course, they're gonna need armor sets from the end of the game to the beginning. I meant to the beginning to the end. And we got some really cool looking ones. I think my favorite out of these is probably this one, this little sniper class. I like the goggles on it. And then I like this one, the wasp one, because come on, to dress up as a wasp. But yeah, let's get into it here. I've checked out this mod a couple of times, both in different versions. I think we checked it out in 1.3. We checked it out when it updated for 1.4, maybe, or it might have just been an overhaul. But now we're deep here into 1.4.4 lifespan, and we're checking out the mod again. So let's get to it. We're gonna go over all the weapons. Hopefully I didn't miss any. Might be a longer video since I am actually gonna cover every weapon instead of just a handful. So let's get straight into it. Right away, as we can see, when I started using these bee weapons, it gave me these three options right here. It says your bees are in gathering mode. You're granted increased honey regen, but deal 15% less damage while your bees are in gathering mode. Okay, and then we could left click to switch into attacking mode, which gives us increased damage. Okay, and then we have defending mode, gives us some increased defense, and you are granted a honey shield which blocks one attack while your bees are in defending mode. Oh my god, this looks sick. As you can see, we do got our little honey bar over here, and then we got our damage. I remember I googled how to say this word last time. Hymenoptera. That's what I'm gonna guess without googling it again. I'm gonna put my bees into attack mode. Okay, but yeah, we got our first set of weaponry here. We got some honeycomb weapons. Fires a burst of 3 bees before throwing the empty honeycomb. Let's see it in action here. Boom, and then he tosses it. Plain and simple. Don't even really know if I need to show off the damage of this one, but you know, you might as well anyways. It's a little early game weapon, nothing too crazy. Our little bees that are hovering around right now do crazy damage. Like, are these dudes always with us or something? I don't know. They're pretty solid if they are. Can I just remove them if I right click on this? No, I cannot. All right, we got frosted honeycomb. Now that sounds delicious. That sounds like a cereal. Throws a freezing honeycomb which shatters into multiple ice shards. Okay, so this one, instead of shooting like icy bees, we're shooting straight up just ice. I should probably move these NPCs. As you can see, there is a little NPC from the mod, but I'm sorry, I'm gonna kill off all of you so you don't attack the enemies I'm attacking. All right, next up we got brainy honeycomb. Fires genius bees that inflict confuse and stacks of cerebral disorientation. Each stack of that causes a target to deal 5% less damage and takes 5 damage over time. Got it. Let's bring in some more zombies and let's hit them with this little confusion attack. As you notice, we do have some categories of weapons, and this is the first category we're checking out, but they all do the same damage. So we're pretty much like checking out subclasses of the mod right now. All right, next up we got the Skelecomb, which conjures skeletal bees. Press right click to fire cursed skull, cursing enemies, making them take more damage. Got it. I switched into gathering mode, and as you can see, our bees are a little bit less aggressive. Yeah, let's see the right click. The right click did solid damage there, and then let's see the left click. We shoot our little cursed bees. I mess with it. We got the petrified honeycomb up next. Throws a heavy petrified honeycomb. The honeycomb always critically strikes when falling with enough velocity. Okay, so if I throw it like straight up, that has to have more than enough velocity here. Let's get like an army of zombies and let's see if I can hit them with that. Oh, perfect. Okay, that one, that was pretty bad. One more time though. One more time. Come on, move a little faster. Okay, throw it to the left a little bit. That should be perfect. Okay, my aim is terrible. I give up. We got the gelatinous honeycomb. Fires royal bees which cause bouncy slime balls to rain from the sky. And then it also fires a volatile ruby. Damn! That is loud as hell. Okay, let's go ahead and see it in action here. We see the little slime falling from the sky. We got the little explosion. I like it. Seems like one of the strongest so far. We got the Eater of Honeycombs. Fires corrupted bees and mini eaters before being thrown, seeking out targets. Okay, so this one, it's like a little play on the first one, except for it has a little homing associated with it. At the end, when we throw it out, do the regular shots home too? Yeah, they do. So a lot of extra homing on this one. So I think this is the last pre-art mode one, this mana infused one. Hold left click to charge up a burst of mana infused bees. Mana bees spawn homing mana stars on hit. Got it. Let's bring in some more skeletons and let us see this charged up beam. Boom, is fully charged. and we unleash it, and it's pretty solid damage. Hits a lot of enemies. And then what was the other thing it said it did? Spawn homing mana stars. The more homing the better, you know, the less work for me. I love it. And then we got the electric honeycomb. Throws an electric charge honeycomb, electrifying all enemies. You gotta love electric stuff in Terraria. Hold up, we need hard mode enemies. What is a good hard mode enemy? Tactical skeleton. You might have a little bit of health. Dang, they firing that shit off. All right, let's see this in action though. Ooh, it's a lot of lightning. See, I was thinking like Martian type of lightning slash electricity, like a little circle that would, like, you know, do damage over time. But now we straight up bringing in Thor. All right, we got the Cis Comb. Disgusting. Those are returning honeycomb infested with tumors. Ew. Hitting enemies causing an explosion of ichor. Probably the nastiest weapon we've seen. This one we just straight up toss at enemies though, which is kind of cool. I like that. It's got a nice big explosion that looks really cool looking. After that, we got another nasty one, the Curse Honeycomb. Hold left click to control a Curse Honeycomb. The cursed one spits out cursed teeth and eyes. Teeth stick to enemies. Let's see it in action. Bring in some more scarecrows. Why not? You know, some enemies that could take a little bit of a hit. And oh my god, you got a lot going on. Pretty solid damage. Taking out scarecrows, which are decently high health enemies. 600 health. We got the metal plated honeycomb next. Hold left click to channel the power of Honeycomb Prime. So I'm assuming a laser. Am I right? Kind of. Yeah. Straight up like a mini Skeletron. Pretty sick. Okay, let's bring in more scarecrows. Run out. We're just gonna bring in different variants every time. And let's hit them with all the attacks, specifically that laser attack, which seems to do the best damage out of all three of the attacks. Are all, there might be more than 3. And then we got the Proby Comb. Hold left click to charge up a burst of Probies. Probies fire deadly lasers. More lasers. Let's bring in the lasers. Okay, it's fully charged. Oh my god. This thing's got some recoil to it. Sent me flying. Gave me a little bit of knockback when I let it go. Not bad. I think I like the prime one better though. We got this chlorophyte one. Throws a fragile honeycomb which shatters into homing fragments, chlorospores, and chloro bees. And then the bees materialize into chloro energy. A whole lot of chloro. Let's bring in these pumpkin headed scarecrows and let's hit them with this chloro comb, which also just seems to do a lot of good crowd control and just damage everywhere, which you love to see. Our last honeycomb is Honeycomb of the Cosmos. This is the crazy one. Hold left click to channel a honeycomb radiating with universal energy. The honeycomb charges up, weakening the fabric of the cosmos. What the hell are we doing? Upon releasing the mouse button, the honeycomb will be channeled back to the owner. The action breaks the fabric of the cosmos, releasing powerful energies and galactic bees. Okay, we about to tear a hole in the cosmos, so I'm bringing out a tougher boss here, because let me see this in action. Hold on, let me go into attack mode while I'm at it, and let's rip a hole into the cosmos. I'm not seeing no hole. Where's the hole of the cosmos at? I'm seeing solid damage though. Maybe it's because I gotta let go left click now. Let's see. I mean, it's great damage. I'm not seeing ripping a hole into the cosmos. They kind of hyped it up like this shit was about to be crazy. Maybe I didn't charge it up enough here. I'll charge it up longer, but the boss is gonna die in a second. It's a really loud weapon too. Where'd the weapon go? It just blew up in my hand. It's still cool, but you know, when it said rip a hole in the cosmos, I thought some shit was about to go down. All right, we got the melee weapons here. Let's start with this one, the Blade of Aculeus, Laeus, whatever. Performs hefty strikes, firing piercing stingers with deadly force, and then the strikes cleave enemies. We like to see that they cleave enemies. This is a pretty cool weapon. Just like a nice early sword, and it looks fairly lethal, as we can see here. Shoots projectiles, it cleaves enemies, makes a nice noise when you hit enemies. We got the Beamerang and the Wasperang, so we got the hard mode and the pre-hard mode one. Hold left click to charge up a returning Beamerang. Okay, so we could charge it up, it does a little flash, and then we can let it go. This one's got to be pretty tame. Like, it's just is a boomerang. It ain't too much to it, right? It's just a boomerang you can charge up. You don't always have to charge it up either. But let's see the Wasp one. So this one, I'm assuming we can charge up like the other one. Okay, a little bit more lethal projectiles that shoot out of that. And then it says press right click to charge up a returning Wasperang. Wait, hold up. Pressing right click. I think they lied about that, or a typo or something. They meant left click. Okay, so this one's also fairly tame. I mean, it's a boomerang. I don't really expect too much out of boomerangs, but I do like, oh, okay, the projectiles are homing, so it's not bad. We got the yo-yos. You know what? Let's just use all the yo-yos at once. Starting with this one, Ambrosial Throw. Throws a yo-yo of pure nectar, causes nectar explosions on hit, healing the user. Look at that. We got like a ball of sunshine in our hands. Let's bring out some more Angry Bones, and let's see the little explosion, which does heal us a good bit. And then we got the Stinger Slinger. I feel like I know what this one does and I don't have to read it, but I'll read it anyways. It shoots stingers, look at that. And they home. When they burst out, they home. That's good. I love homing. Homing is like every other class's version of summons. The less work, the better. And then we got the Wasp Nest. Yeah, this one shoots Wasp Nest. Who would have thought? Let's see it in action. This is a hard mode one, so probably should have brought out a little bit tougher of an enemy. Let's do Possessed Armor. Let me see some of these Wasp Nests that it shoots out. And then we got our last set of just regular melee weapons here. Starting with this one, the Peeper Poker. Rapidly spins an eyeball infested javelin around the player. Release the mouse button to throw the javelin. Spawns Cthulhu bees. Okay, so if I just spin it around, I can just, yeah, just spin it around and hit enemies, and then if I really want to, I can toss it. So let's just spin it around a little bit, and then let's toss it at them. Pretty solid. This is a pre-armored weapon, so it's pretty solid. After that, we got the Nectar Slasher. Performs a 3-piece combo of swift strikes and throws. Slashes through enemies on hits, replenishes life on hits. Okay, so we got a little bit of a, you know, a 3-piece combo. Let's bring in some Goblin Warriors. I have no idea if this is a hard mode or pre-armored weapon. Pretty solid if it's a pre-armored one. As you saw, we just like slaughtered all those dudes at the same time. After that, we got the True Stinger Scimitar. This one just shoots stingers. It's a big sword. Your classic Terraria not true melee weapon. And then we got the True Nectar Slasher. So pretty much a better version of the one we just checked out. Instead of a 3-piece combo, we got a 5-piece combo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wasn't counting right. Let's bring in, I don't know, I need like an enemy to stand somewhat still, but I feel like I'll kill him really fast if it's a weak enemy like this. Well, whatever, it's fine. We still got to see the whole combo go through, and I really mess with that combo. I like all the lights that it has too, all the effects make it look really cool. And last but not least, for our melee weapons, we got this one, the Bee Blade. A near perfect blade radiating the energy of the hive creates a large slash of honey on swing. Striking an enemy spawns a flurry of stingers behind the player. Okay, the big boy bee sword. Let's bring in the golem. Why not? Got a lot of health and we can test all our attacks. What was the thing it said? It said striking enemy spawns a flurry of stingers behind the player. So yeah, we get stingers that shoot out from behind and they hit whatever's in front of us. Pretty cool. I like this. It looks sick. I like that there's a little bit of screen shake, you know, make it feel really powerful when it's got that little screen shake. On to some of the crazier weapons, aka all the ranged ones. Starting with the Honey Flare Gun, which fires honey flares which stick to enemies and explode into homing honey and honey clouds. The honey clouds grant the user the honey buff. Okay. Can I just shoot it at the floor and stand the honey buff? No, okay. It needs to actually hit an enemy. Got it. Let's hit some enemies with it. Go ahead and explode. Ooh. So nice little explosion, and then we get the little buff. Beautiful. Nice little early game ranged weapon. And then we get to the beam stick, which this is our shotgun bee weapon. Oh my god. This thing's got a little bit of recoil, a little kickback to it. I like this a lot. Makes me feel like I'm playing Doom or something. On top of that, we got the Hellfire version, which obviously is going to be a little bit more lethal. And we can also right click with this one, which shoots a slug that explodes. Okay, that's pretty amazing. I like that. I can always get behind like really cool shotguns in Terraria. After that, we got the Mini Hornet. Let's just see it in action. Don't even need to see what it does. Let's just see it in action. Or don't need to read what it does. It's pretty much like a mini shark, but stingers, hornets, you know? Pretty solid. His damage is actually if I'm being honest. Maybe I chose too strong of an enemy. And also enemies that don't take poison damage. We got the Needle Shot. Fires a burst of high velocity stingers and hive bombs. Okay. So it shoots like 5 and then it shoots that little bomb shot in there. So pretty solid. There I go choosing enemies that don't take poison damage, and I'm assuming a lot of these bee weapons do poison damage, especially ones that shoot stingers. But I just like testing weapons on skeletons. What can I say? We got the Star Strap. As you can see, it says stay strapped. Fires a burst of star bees which spawn stars from the heavens on hit. Cool. We got some celestial bee power coming out. Let's see it in action. Oh my god, that's actually a lot of stars. It doesn't do crazy damage. It looks like it would do crazy damage, but it's fairly tame damage. But that's a lot of stars. We got the Mega Hornet, the Mini Hornet's older sister. Okay, so this is our Mega Shark equivalent right here. Let's bring out some hard mode enemies. This should be a hard mode weapon. I brought out the enemies that don't take poison damage again. On to the honey shot. This is a hard mode bow. As you can see, shoots a nice like triple shot of arrows. Solid damage. Next up, the honey gun. Fires a stream of honey. Okay, I thought it said stream of honey. It did say stream of honey. This feels like a high concentrated blast of honey rather than stream. Next up, we got the hand cannon. So our deagle. Damn, I don't remember any deagles shooting out burst shots. Yeah, it shoots out a good little burst of bees there. It's extremely loud, at least for me. Honey flare cannon rapidly fires honey flares. Okay, so this is pretty much our earlier flare gun, but one that shoots a lot more. Let's bring in voodoo demons. Yeah, this is the enemy I never ever test anything on, because why would I? This is the same little explosion too. Cool. We got the bee nade launcher. Fires bouncing pipe biomes full of bees. Pipe bombs, biomes. That's what I was supposed to say. Hey, cursed hammer, another enemy I don't ever test out on. The explosion's insanely loud compared to the rest of the gun. I don't know, like the little tunk, tunk. Like, look how quiet that is. And then the explosion is just ear piercing. After that, we got the nectar thrower. Blast out molten nectar, encasing enemies in a glaze of nectar. Enemies who are glazed send out healing bolts when struck. My favorite pastime, busting on enemies, and as you can see, oh my god, it just covers them. It's so bright, so vivid, you can't even see anything behind the beam. We got the star swarmer. Rapidly fires star bees. Right click to fire a splitting star. Pick up the star, replenishes honey, grants the user a buff to their damage attack speed. Okay, so this is a stronger version of our star slinger, I think it was called. Star bee slinger, whatever. And then let's see the right click, which as you can see leaves a little star in its place, and then we pick up that little star right there. If I wasn't on the lock mode of the encumbering stone, oh my god, I just picked up everything. Yeah, we get a little buff of damage, pretty sick. Next up, the bazooka. Fires a burst of homing bee rockets which explode into mini missiles, and then the missiles target the closest enemy to the mouse cursor and explode into shrapnel. Bazooka. Now this sounds like the weapon for me right here. So they target the closest enemy next to the mouse cursor. So if I keep my mouse next to this dude, the closest one to me, it should hit him mostly. Sick. Can't go wrong with putting bees in a bazooka. After that, we got the beanie gun. It costs 400,000 bottles of honey to fire this weapon for 12 seconds. TF2 reference. Let's see it in action. Oh my god. Easily the coolest, potentially the loudest at the same time. But this is an amazing weapon. Like, look at it. Look how big it is. I love how big it is. I love how it actually like fits the Terraria character sprite. This is gonna be the thumbnail. Watch. Beano Popper. Beanon Popper. Beano Popper? This one, you know, this is Beano Popper, but bees instead of bullets. Let's bring out the golem. I'm assuming this is a fairly late game weapon. Am I in expert mode or am I in normal mode? Okay, I'm in normal mode. You can't go wrong with the Xeno Popper. Xeno Popper, I don't even know how often I've used the Xeno Popper, if I'm being honest with you. I really cannot like think of the last time I used one in like a playthrough. Laser beam blaster is our last lower range weapon here. Fires pure concentration of bouncing honey energy, which ricochet between enemies. It spawns bees of pure honey. Let's see it in action. Oh my god. This might be the greatest weapon we've seen so far. It's just, there's so much bouncing going on. When there was enemies to actually bounce to, now there's not really anything to bounce to, so it's a little tame. But when there was enemies to bounce to, it got pretty crazy, as we can see. We have our last set of weapons here, the sort of magical / miscellaneous weapons. I'm gonna bring out the King Slime to test out this first one, the Nectar Bolt. Cast a bolt of glistening nectar which bounces off of tiles. Spawns homing nectar on bounce which have life steal. Okay, I don't know why they had to put glistening in it. Very detailed description. I mean, it is glistening. We got the nectar sickle. I don't even need to see what it does or read what it does. I just need to visually see it. Okay, now let's read it. Conjures a sickle of shimmering nectar in front of the user, critically striking an enemy, causing you to have major increased life regen. Okay, so I thought it was gonna be like a, you know, the demon scythe or like a sickle type weapon. Is there a sickle type weapon? There's the one that's used for gathering hay, but I think I was thinking of scythes. I had the demon scythe in mind for this weapon. Next up, bee fin tuna spews a spread of honey bubbles which burst into bees. Okay. So kind of like a toxic carp that it explodes into just a bunch of little bees. I could get behind it. After that, we got the sting. Conjures a miniature queen bee that attacks the mouse cursor. She cycles through 3 attacks, circling the cursor and firing stingers, dashing at the cursor, staying above the cursor and spawning bees. So pretty much her attacks that she uses in her regular boss fight. Let's see it in action though. We got her little stinger attack that she's shooting off. All right, what's this one? Is this the one where she spawns bees? Yeah, she spawned in a bunch of bees, and then she should do her dash next. Her dash is somewhere in this attack cycle. We got the trader saxophone. You like jazz? Let's hear it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm not liking this jazz specifically. I like the weapon though. The weapon looks cool as hell. And I like the idea too, how you're literally just playing a saxophone. B saxophone weapon, who would have thought of this? All right, next up we got the ocular remote. Calls upon the retinacomb and the spazicomb. Only one pair of the twins can be alive at once. Each twin reserves 35 honey while alive. Right click while holding the remote to self-destruct. Okay, let's see it in action. So we bring out the boys here, and then I can right click and they just blow up. Now I'm wondering if the self-destruct does damage or not. I can't even self-destruct. It won't let me. Like, I've been pressing right click this whole time. But it's a cool idea. And look, they actually do have a honeycomb as their like main sprite. So pretty sick idea. I messed with that. This is like our summoner version of a weapon here. Okay, after that we got the spectral bee tome. Let's see what this one looks like. So we're cycling through the pages of a book and just summoning a bunch of spectral bees. Hey, how the hell do I get rid of these dudes? I need the weapon space. Can y'all go away? There you go, I just blew him up. King Slime, welcome back again. And let's cycle through the pages of this ghost book. Let's hit him with all the bees. I like that one. That one looks cool. After that, we got the Hymenoptera flask. Throw a variety of bee-related flasks. Might want to wear some goggles. All right, hold up. Let me get some right here. Bee sniper goggles. Go ahead and put those babies on. Damn, they gave me a lot more honey. And let's see it in action. Okay, you throw them pretty fast. And I like how vivid and bright the explosion is. Or as the mod would say, glistening. Like, look how much glistening is going on. All right, after that, we got the Tome of the Sun. Creates a pulse of vibrant nectar energy at the mouse cursor, which splits into homing bolts. Such like a vivid description. All right, let's see it. Oh my God, literally. Why is this so loud? I was about to say, literally the sun at our fingertips and then a giant explosion. Let's use it on the queen bee herself. Bee versus bee weapons. Solid. And then we have our last 2 weapons from the mod here. The Pumpkinette Scepter conjures a pumpkinette to attack enemies near the mouse cursor. What does that mean? Oh, okay, I get it. Little King Pumpkin Bee Kinette. I don't know. It's pretty good. Pretty solid. Uses up crazy amount of honey, but other than that, it's a pretty solid weapon. I'm going to go ahead and just destroy my inventory real quick. Okay, that wasn't that bad. I thought I was going to pick up everything, but I wanted to pick up more honey on the floor just to, you know, see the pumpkinette in action again. A lot of stingers it shoots very fast. I like this one. This might be one of my favorites. And then last but not least, the queen's larva drains your honey on use. Reserve 65% of your honey while alive. Once a royal queen, now your royal guard. Queen bee versus the queen's larva. Boom. Oh shoot. Mine's better. Mine's better. Plain and simple. Look at the damage. No comparison at all. Let's bring out a golem. Let's bring out something with a little bit more health. Yeah, you pretty much get your own queen bee. This is pretty amazing. This is probably my favorite weapon. I always thought there should be like Terraria summoner weapons where like you get like a version of a boss as yours. And I was gonna say like maybe a little bit weaker version of the boss, but now we get a stronger version pretty much with the queen bee. Very, very cool. Dope. Awesome. My favorite. All right, next up we're just gonna check out a couple of things here. Let me talk to this NPC real quick. Trader B, what you got? Wow. So much. Maybe it's because I didn't progress in this world. Maybe this NPC ain't even a part of the mod. But yeah, let's check out the accessories, which we'll just do here in the mod menu, because a lot of these accessories are actually really unique, very cool. I'll go ahead and just run through them here until I see one that really sticks out, like this one. Summons a bee squire that hovers near you, firing arrows at nearby enemies. So this one already is very cool. He's got the little bow on him. Let me go ahead and bring in some enemies. Go ahead, take them out. Oh my god, there's so much stuff going on. I got my little bees, I got my squire, like they're going crazy. Yeah, what else do we got here? We got some more stuff that would be useful to have just, you know, for any Terraria class, especially, you know, a custom class like this. You gotta have your good bit of accessories in a custom class. We got this honeybee, summons a large honeybee which will mimic your loyal bees. I have no idea what the hell that means. Mimic my loyal bees? What does that mean? Okay, it's a little balloon, which I kind of mess with. But when they say like mimic my loyal bees, was it like mimic my attacks or something? Oh, look at that. She kind of flying around, shooting honey at me, giving me a little honey regen. Okay, it's cool. We see a lot of accessories in here that increase strength of friendly bees. So you could probably stack that like super high and have some really OP bees. Look at this. Releases Cthulhu bees. I need to see what a Cthulhu bee looks like. Let's bring in a bunch of zombies here and let's see the Cthulhu bees. Oh, Eye of Cthulhu bees. I was thinking about Moonlord. And then we have one more row of bees here. What is this? Lizardian Hornet Relic. Press to channel the power of the sun for a short time. While channeled, your Haminacha damage is increased. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be like a crazy ability. We just get a nice little buff. We got more Cthulhu bees here. Can't go wrong with Cthulhu bees. Double tap in any direction to dash. Oh look, we got a nice little Eye of Cthulhu bee shield. Yeah, again, this is one of my favorite Terraria class mods. I would say this class mod's probably up there with the clicker class, but you won't get carpal tunnel playing through this class. So it's a little bit better in that regard. But yeah, very cool. Check out the mod. Video should be popping up on the screen here, and I'll see y'all next time.